Hey everybody, it's OTWP. So something to think about today. Are you getting stuck in the prepper not to do list? Folks, many times with all the fear mongering, all the propaganda, and all the news, people get wrapped up in it. They get so wrapped up that they forget what's important. They forget why they started prepping in the first place. We didn't prep just for doomsday. We're prepping for all different kinds of scenarios. But I think that one thing that everyone needs to realize is that if you start prepping and you get so wrapped up in the disasters, the huge, catastrophic, worrying about day in and day out, obsessing over the end of the world as we know it, while prepping is important, constantly worrying about the end of the world or significant disasters can lead to anxiety, unhealthy behavior, and forgetting the important things. See, 13 things you'll regret not having when a disaster hits is really important. These 13 things could save your life. See, time is ticking. We all know time's ticking. We all feel it. See, life these days seems to be full of things that can cause anxiety for lots and lots of us. Rather than stewing over things, evaluate what can realistically be done to protect your family and take some reasonable action, some down to earth action. See, hoarding unnecessary items, well, that can get carried away as well. Prepping is about having the right supplies and most of all, the right skills. Hoarding unnecessary items or stocking more than you can use, taking up space, wasting money, it's important to go through your inventory. Be prepared, but stop hoarding unnecessary items. Having what you need and properly maintaining those items is really important to your family. It should be reviewed, updated at least annually, and your circumstances are going to change, environment's going to change. And also, believing the conspiracy theories without evidence. Believing in unfounded conspiracy theories can lead preppers to focus on the wrong things and potentially waste time, resources, and energy. I mean, I love a good conspiracy, and I love conspiracy night in the midnight hour when we have it here. But there's a big difference between fact and rumors. See, there's a lot of common misconception about preppers. Make sure that your research is based on reliable sources. You can fact check it. Fact check. Ooh, and follow some common sense, right? If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Also, apply these things to many far fetched or way out there situations. It probably isn't factual. It's too bad that many news sources get so carried away and that they're so biased and they put out so much questionable information that we question everything anymore. But I think also one big thing that a lot of preppers get stuck on is focusing on just one type of disaster. See, folks, we're not just prepping for doomsday. We're prepping for lots of reasons: economic collapse, societal collapse, ML, martial law. We're prepping for wars. We're prepping for hurricanes, tornadoes, fires, or maybe just that you lost your job. See, there's a lot of different types of natural disasters, and there's a lot of things that we should be prepping for. But also, we can see the world around us, and we see it collapsing here in the United States. So it's also important that you do continue to prep for those items and those situations and those scenarios. But also, don't get carried away in one category. Because see that clock ticking by my side of my head? It is ticking for the United States. We all feel it. And I think one of the biggest things that we forget is to get physically fit and healthy. I've been putting off something for quite a while. Well, I will soon reveal what that is. And I'm going to tell you why I did it and how things have affected me and why I'm going to continue to go forward. Because I used to run 2, 3 miles a day. Yeah, I have a torn meniscus, but I can still walk it, right? So neglecting one's health can result in problems long term. And I know the extra weight and those wonderful dump cage dragonflies makes they add to it. But we've really been watching that. We've been freezing it. We've been doing what we have to do and not eating as much and trying to eat healthier. We should all strive to eat healthier foods, maintain our bodies, and also look at it as God's temple, because it really is. One big thing, too, that preppers do is they view everybody as enemy or a potential threat. I think it's time that we slow down. In an emergency situation, we're going to need cooperation and community. That will be the most important thing for all of our survival. Sometimes we look at people and we have so many different ideas and beliefs that we put them into the enemy category. Maybe we need to put them into the friend category, into the acquaintance category, into a resource category. You should always be cautious, but not everyone's your enemy. And we need to realize that. Now, I want to say this, and I want to say it from the bottom of my heart. Spending excessive amounts of money on gear and supplies that you'll never use, that you'll never train with, and that you never take the time to learn how to use. Bad step. Bad step. Preppers should be careful not to overspend. We should be careful to get out of the matrix, and we should be careful about how we do things. That's really important. See, we don't want to put our family through a financial bind. And yeah, we always want something, but do we want it or do we need it? So I just hope that these things help you. And one last big ones that preppers really shouldn't do is to isolate themselves from their community and social support. You need your family, you need friends, and you need to be able to maneuver through your community, figuring out who's good, who's bad, who's friend, who's foe, what kind of stores and resources you have close to you in case of a total dollar collapse, which we are headed for here in the United States. Building connections with others is probably one of the most important things you can do as a prepper. But also, beware. Don't just go rushing in saying, hey, 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 I'm a prepper. What kind of stuff do you got? Because I got this, this, and this. Do it in a down to earth, sensible manner. Strike up conversations, get to know people, and then figure out who's friend and who's foe, who's your friend, and who could possibly be a big threat as an enemy. This is Off the Wall Prepper. Remember, don't get caught up and don't do the things that preppers shouldn't do. We need to stay centered and focused because this is the prepper's not to do list. Don't get stuck there. This is OTWP till I see you again, my friends. God bless. From our little piece of heaven here in the Ozarks to wherever you're at. Make today count. Make every day count. Do the dang thing. Do something. Put your boots on the ground. Get healthy. Go hunt. Go fishing. Go hiking. Process an animal. Plant a garden. Or maybe just sit and watch the stars. Do something. God bless y'all. This is OTWP out. It's May 28th, about 9 in the morning. God bless you.